Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Next Stage. My name's John Jacobs. With me, as always, Vance Daniels.
Hello.
And we have a special guest in our studio today. Everybody, give a warm welcome to Samwell.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Samwell, thanks for being here on the show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Samwell was here in town this weekend doing a show for the huge holiday show. It's in its 7th annual show now, put on by a very dear friend of mine, Ryan Francis. And we always like to have Samwell whenever we can.
Yes, it was a great show, fun, and we raised a lot of money for a local charity here.
We did.
And I got to see a bunch of amazing artists and perform myself.
You did.
And of course see the lovely city of Columbus, which is amazing.
And the city of Columbus loves when you come to visit us too.
I love it. It treats me very well.
It does indeed.
It does.
So, Samwell, what got you started in music? What was your initial push to want to be a recording artist?
I think growing up in the age of Madonna, Janet, Michael, Prince, when artists were real.
Ooh.
Okay, so no digs on the current people, but let's just say you can't compare what's going on now in music with what went on when music was music. That's all I'll say about that, but I digress. But seeing those artists, growing with those artists, like just put a fire in me. And I've always enjoyed entertaining, whatever it is, singing, acting, dancing, and it was something I just always wanted to do, and I just always wanted to be in front of the cameras and lights, pose.
Well, you are very photogenic.
Thank you.
So, what made you actually want to make the decision to record that viral video, the one that we all know, what in the butt?
I said what in the butt. I said what in the butt.
Okay. Well, the song came from because it actually had nothing to do with how the song ended up being about, doing it in the butt. It came from, it really did not, honestly. It came from people talking about my butt because, I've always had a very nice butt, at least. Well,
It is nice.
Thank you. Yours too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Anyway, so people would talk about it and they would say, "Oh, look at your butt, it's so nice," and I'm like, "What in the butt?" And that's where it came from. It had nothing to do with sex at all. And then fast forward a few years later, I meet my producer, Mike Sasner, who overheard me singing just the chorus of the song when I was a flight attendant, and he was a flight attendant, and so we just hit it off. And then a few months later, we're in his studio in Milwaukee, and we're recording it. And then a few months, like fast forward a year later, we found some production company, Brown Mark Films, that produced the video, and then we released it Valentine's Day. Almost 11 years ago.
And then the magic.
And then then the rest was what history.
Now, I want to come back to the flight attendant job because
Yes.
that's an interesting part in your life. But so when you shot what that was all green screen and it was in a little tiny closet that you couldn't even get your elbows across, right?
No, it wasn't quite.
That's how you explained it to me years ago.
No, it was never quite. No, it was not. I obviously I had to move. It was a small studio, but I had space to move. I just had to create all of the memes of me in my video. I had to create them individually, which was very interesting, trying to do the moves and all of that in 3 different people. But no, it wasn't. I wasn't cramped. I had space to move. Okay, you just had to. I don't know where you got that story
So
from.
where did the chocolate come from?
Where did the chocolate
come from the video where you have the chocolate heart and you take the sensual bite out? Where did that come from?
Well, it was a love video. And the producers, we had a chocolate heart, and I bit it because it says, what does it say? It's been a while since I've seen my own video, so it's like, bite not that hard, If you want it, I'll bite not that hard. You should check it out. It's amazing. It's genius. Anyway, so they just gave me the heart. Which actually, funny it was a piece of cardboard that was in the heart.
Oh,
and then
afterwards
I guess when they CGI'd it and made it into the chocolate heart that became infamous the world around.
Yes.
So that was fun.
So Sam, how did your life change from the video just blowing up? What was it, like a one-day thing? Like one day you're Sam, and then next day you're Samwell International Superstar, or was it a gradual process?
I feel like it was a combination of it was quiet for a minute. and then it had been out for like, I don't know, maybe because it came out February of 2007, just a long time ago, and it was kind of like quiet for like the first month or two, because we all when it was coming out, even today, you know, videos come out and it was literally like a needle in the haystack. I had no idea that it would become what it became, and then I think the biggest Perez Hilton talked about it within like the first 3 months of it, when he was you know, the man, which he is. He's amazing.
Now he gave you a shout out on your new albums, Perez.
Thanks, Perez. You're the best. Anyway, so he talked about it. So then that just made it. It went from like a few thousand to like a few hundreds of thousands, and then fast forward, other people started talking about it, and then the big one besides Perez was South Park parodied it. Right.
Yeah,
and that just took it to like a whole different level. And then a year later, I was on Tosh.0, and then that just kept it into the public's eye. So it was a gradual thing that just kind of kept going, and then all of a sudden it's, you know.
Now, what was it like when you got that phone call from South Park Studios? Did you really know you were onto something at that point, or what was that like when they called you?
They didn't really. We had talked about it, and then I think I kind of forgot about it. I was literally in London.
Forgot about it.
Well, because nothing was really. There was just, you know how it was just discussed.
Okay.
But no finalization was made, and so I just kind of like, okay, and then I think somehow they got a hold of my management, and I'm literally coming home from a flight from London, because I went to London to do a show, and I'm back, and someone says, "Oh yeah, your song is going to be on South Park." I said, "What?" You talk about it, because you know in Hollywood it's like hurry up and wait.
Right,
it's like, we're going to do it, but then we can shelve it until whenever. And all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit. And then when that came out, the rest was history. It was just crazy.
But they did a great job.
They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to South Park.
Were you disappointed it was Butters who did it, or were you hoping for Cartman? Or
I was hoping that they would have put me in there.
Oh, that would have been good.
But Butters did a great job.
Yes.
But I do.
When he's in his jammies.
Yeah. I was like,
but he even had the red shirt with the unbuttoned too.
It was classic.
It was good.
It was all good in the hood. It was, and like I said, it just put the song into another stratosphere. So it was great.
Now fast forward then to Tosh. So you get a phone call from Tosh. How did that go?
His producer called me, and then and I was like, what? Because I didn't know who he was. And
oh, really?
No, I didn't. And then,
well, that's understandable, because everybody hates him.
Well, I didn't. And even my friends because I didn't know his type of humor. It was a little, that's the word, crass. And then,
good word choice.
And so some of my friends were like, no, don't you do that show. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know how he's gonna, portray you. Is he gonna make fun of you? And I'm like, but we had a very, not he and I, but his producers, and we just had a very lovely conversation. And also, just so that people know, not if you don't, but my song is the only song that was a web remix, not redemption. Just so that people know that I'm the one and only person who's ever had a web remix, because you didn't need to redeem my song.
You don't have to redeem
my song. Just so we know.
Samwell is amazing.
And but the whole experience at Tosh.0 was amazing. The people were awesome. Daniel was amazing.
What was it like creatively working with him? Because I love the shot where you guys are in the sauna, in the bathhouse, and towels.
He's funny as fuck. He is as ridiculous as you think it would be, but it's different when I don't know how people interpret him. I guess people think he's whatever, but he's just funny.
Well, Vance is not a fan of his.
No.
Oh wow.
No, okay. Really not.
Sorry,
I to go back to your statement, the word
I
crass.
love him. He's amazing.
I like Tosh.
Yes. Well, I mean, some people like strawberry, some people like chocolate ice cream.
Right.
True. Okay, but
I think Tosh sucks ass.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
That's a little aggressive, but okay. Hey, all right. We feel how we feel. I just adore him. He was wonderful, funny, charismatic to me. But other people don't get to see that. They see what they see the persona, and they don't see the other side. But that's whatever.
So now you're recently on Tosh again.
Yes.
Because you dropped the new song.
Yes.
And what is it called?
Dirty, Nasty, Naughty Boy. It's amazing. It's
so
amazing.
They invite you back to do a reunion episode from some of the old remix / redemptions, right? Mm-hmm. And I will say that was a great episode. You looked good up there.
Thank
too.
You. I tried. And it was great. It was great going back again, seeing him again, seeing the crew that was there when I first went on, and they all remembered me very fondly. And I had a good time. It's always great as an artist when you get to do what you do, and then you get to just do your art. It's a great thing. So, and then you have people like Tosh Pono organization that like supports you, and so I was like, it was good. I was very glad to do it.
Yeah. I was happy. Ryan and I were watching it. We were so proud. We're like, there's Samwell. That's our guy. I mean, never in a million years, when I saw that video when it went viral in 2007, did I ever think that I would become good friends with Samwell? Like, that's
strangers. It's funny. Like,
blows my mind.
And another funny thing is when people when people say they know me, like, you know Samwell,
right?
And I'm like, what the hell you? Yeah, they do. We do have regular friends. We're not. We have to have people that know us. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, but it's funny when people are like, you know him? I'm like, yes, I know him. I'm like, hi.
Now, before we get on to fun questions,
yes.
I just want to briefly touch on your flight attendant career because you loved that job.
I did.
So, how did you become a flight attendant? What was the job like, and what ultimately led to the end of that?
Okay, funny thing. I applied to one airline, and that didn't work out. And then September the 11th happened, and I was like, okay, there's no way, airlines are not going to be hiring now just because, so full of... I thought, okay, well, that career is over. Actually, I didn't think it was over. I just said, okay, it's going to be put on hold for a while.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, I think December of 2001, I saw this random company called USA 3000, and they were hiring in this, and I was like, okay. And then I went and I applied and I got the job, and it was an amazing experience. I made some really lifelong friends that I still know to this day. A lot of them. And it was just fun. I mean, when you get to put on a pretty suit, put shoes on, walking down the aisle, coffee, tea, me later, maybe. Maybe. No, sir. No.
In the bathroom.
What? Well.
So, did you Mile High Club
Oh yeah,
with that
good
job?
question.
Either with a patron or fellow employee, maybe the captain.
No.
No? Not even once?
No.
Not even during a flight.
No. No.
Get a little Bill Clinton action up in there?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
DC.
Mm-mm.
And
even if I did, I wouldn't tell you anyway.
Oh, don't hold back from
what
me.
happens
Samwell.
at 50,000 feet or whatever it stays at?
35,000.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
no Mile High Club. You're not holding back on us.
I just said it.
I just said I'm not going to talk about that.
So you're telling us that's a yes.
Wow.
You interpret it however you want to. I'm Nikki. No comment.
Fair enough.
So,
All right.
Did you ever want to go to one of these people on the flight and just go, bitch, I'm going to put you in the fucking airlock and fire you out there? Did that ever happen?
What? No, you could never. In my mind.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
But the professional person to me would be like, when you're 6'2" and a male and you're black, people really don't kind of, you give them the look like, yes, how can I help you? You're very, no, I'm telling you, I do it all the time. I'm telling you, it works. No, it works every time because they're not, I feel like they try to get over on female flight attendants, but when you're 6'2" and you're me, and I give like, yes, how can I help you? Is there a problem? And you just give them that direct stare, look them dead in the eye. Now, if they're a-holes, then they're going to be a-holes. And then this is what I do. I said, I'm done with you. And then I walk away. I said, no, I said, we're done. And I do like this. You know when I'm really annoyed with you? Anybody, just FYI, when you see me do this, and I said, we're done. Walk away.
I think you did that to me Friday night, maybe?
Probably.
Or maybe this morning,
Maybe.
one of the two.
When I do this, I'm like, we're done because I'm either about to do one or two things. I do one thing, I'm about to just go ethnic on you, and you ain't ready for that. And I'm
Go
just
ethnic
like,
on me,
right,
please do not.
You about to get it, so I'm like, but I got to keep my job, so I'm like, we're done.
I think that happens average once per visit that you have, at least with you and I. I get the once.
I'm just gonna leave that alone, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, okay. We're trying to keep our show fun and
We
fun
are.
and light. Okay?
We are.
But it was a great experience. And then 10 years later, the company changed hands, and the people that took control of it they just didn't want to do it anymore, so it just went away. So.
Wow, this is
It was just that within like
wow.
a year or two, it went from like we were flying all around the Caribbean and Mexico.
Wow.
To where it was like done. That was kind of sad because I really enjoyed that job. I'm never saying who knows. I would love to do it again.
Yeah.
But it has to be with the right company
Sure.
and right circumstances.
Wouldn't it be like Southwest or something?
I love Southwest.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, in terms of fun factor, they're not flying around the Caribbean and Mexico.
Oh, no, they
private
actually
jets.
are. I mean, Southwest flies to the Caribbean now.
I stand corrected.
Yes,
Samwell got me.
And they're an amazing organization.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about Southwest. I always fly Southwest, and I mean they've been great to me. I'm not saying anything bad about them.
And if anyone from Southwest wants to sponsor the show, this is probably the greatest recommendation we could ever give another company.
We'll have the email address in the comment section. You can reach out to us.
Southwest is where it's at. Okay.
He's even got a slogan ready for you. All right, Samwell. So, juicy question time.
Ooh. Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Favorite dick in a movie?
Wow. Favorite dick in a movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There's a movie that I was watching. I think it's called Love, and it's on Netflix. And the male character had a very nice member.
So was it just size? Was it well groomed?
It was
manscaped, clipped.
Wow. I'm not
Clipped as in...
I mean, I get
circumcised.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the picture painted.
All right.
That,
Wow.
well,
Paint the picture of a dick.
wow. Okay.
I'm comfortable.
I mean,
I
did
just want
Bob
to know what
Ross
it looked
paint
like.
the picture of a
I know,
dick?
right? No,
Bob Ross
it was-
would never paint an anatomy. All right.
He would only do
Some
he
happy
would,
little
he would only do
cocks.
natural.
No happy little cocks.
All I'll
fans.
say it was thick and long and beautiful. And that's it. Okay. Oh my god.
Vance, what was yours?
Well, when we talked about before, the movie The Reader from like 2008, and it's about a literate woman who was a Nazi prison guard who was banging this young dude, and then years later she gets tried for war crimes. But
Oh, that was one with Kate Winslet, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Did she
absolutely.
get nominated? I've never seen. Did she get nominated for Academy Award? I feel like she did, or the movie did.
Great question.
I
I'm
think
sure
she
we'll
did.
have an update from our fantastic producer on
Okay,
that. But I
cool.
want to say yeah.
I
Pop
think
up
she
bubble
did.
with fact.
Yes.
But she was banging this 18-year-old kid, and they actually had to wait for the kid to turn 18 before they could actually release the movie.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Right. But this kid, basically he had a dick that if the Germans had been using that as a weapon of mass destruction, they would have won World War II. You were just like, and it was surprise dick. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, wow,
you always got to
they
be
went
ready for the
full
dick. Surprise dick is that can catch you off guard.
Yes, it can.
Now,
Anyway, I don't know how this.
Now, well, we got to do mine. So, aside from Raw and the Crying Game, I am actually going to have to.
The Crying Game.
Yeah, and the
That
camera
was-
just
that
pans
was
right
real
down
shit.
on it.
That was some good dick.
And then just the reaction from an ex-IRA member seeing a trans dick for the first time.
The IRA weren't about it. I mean, they were Catholics. They really weren't having the whole thing.
Now, mine is arguable, but I'm a big fan of Boogie Nights with Mark Wahlberg. Now, look, I know it's prosthetic, but it's beautiful. Like to Samwell's point, it's long, it's thick, it's clipped, it's well-groomed, looks good on film. He whips it out, puts it back in, and goes about his business. To me, that's perfect movie dick.
It's a fake dick.
Exactly.
That doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It looks beautiful.
No, it's not because it's not real.
Right.
It's fake. So no.
Right.
And I'm not. Never mind. Be quiet.
And Mark Wahlberg just opened, bought a car franchise here, opening up a Wahlburgers. Come on the show, pull your dick out, and let's do a comparative frame by frame.
Him opening that dealership's actually a big deal for us here in Columbus, so
It was in a terrible part of town.
it's all right. It doesn't matter. We got Mark Wahlberg here
That's
now,
right.
so foot in the door.
Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
Well, the old clock on the wall says it's about time to wrap up another great show. Want to thank my guest, Samwell,
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, thank
for
you.
being on.
Fantastic.
It was a great weekend hanging out with Samwell.
It
He did
was.
great at the show.
Columbus is amazing, and I can't wait to get back to you all to perform.
So, do you want to plug the new Dirty Nasty Naughty Boy?
Oh yes, I will. Ladies and gentlemen, to check out my new video, Dirty Nasty Naughty Boy, click down here. Yes. Okay. And tell everyone about it, all right? Dirty, nasty, naughty boy.
And after you do that, make sure you like and subscribe our video for more episodes and more fun. We're out of here, folks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Dirty, nasty, naughty boy.